Everybody in the galaxy, welcome back to Planet Earth, where it's Mono Synth Monday. That's right, and guess what? For an added bonus, it's 3:03 p.m., where I'm at least. I'm going to start this special show today off with a song by yours truly and Key Era. This one is called I Love My 303 because I like to speak the truth. This is on the forthcoming album, Caught in Candy. Once again, that's Electric Archaic and Key Era.
I'll tell you this, I love my 303. I love it the most. It's got all of that early 80s freakiness, proto juiciness, primal, like a wild tiger, hungry animal. Gonna do with all that mojo. You can fill up a warehouse. I love my 303. I love it the most. It's my most favorite machine. That early 80s freakiness. Makes you wanna freak out. Go on then.
You gotta go right on
Drop
then.
the other shoe.
Drop that other shoe. We got Kiera in the chat. Everybody get on in the chat room. I got my Wild Tiger t-shirt on today.
So good. The greatest. Undefeated. My universe is my favorite sound. I know it's your favorite sound too. What do you gotta do with all that mojo? You can fill up a warehouse.
That was I Love My 303 by Electric Archaic and Key Era. Woo! That's a great way to start off a nice show. What I got for you today, as promised, and if you've been following me for the last 7 Monosynth Monday episodes, I've been talking about making an exquisite TB-303 sample bank. TB-303 sample bank, that is. It is here, my friends. And of course, the link is in the description. It's got 100 hand-cut, tuned, trimmed, and twisted, freaky, authentic TB-303 samples for ya. Ooh. So, what we're going to do today, of course I'm going to show you that, right? Let's do the big unveil. And of course, you've already seen the 303, so what might this be? Ooh. Oh, it's a sampler, because, sample banks, of course. Hey, so I have loaded up some of my samples on this machine, and I got the sync box. He's the man behind the curtain. It's the Roland SBX10. Oh, I'm so glad he's not on the fritz, because he's working perfectly today. Let me show you some freaky sounds. Are y'all ready for this? Ooh. It's a little bit different because it's a sampler. But as you saw, I got the 303 as well. But you might be hearing two 303s. And that's because I got samples from my exquisite TB-303 sample bank, volume 1. Yeah, that's right. It's in the sampler. So I've noticed that you can do a lot of interesting things with 303 samples in a sampler. I'll show you some of that. Okay. Woo, that's a lot of excitement already, but hopefully I can bring on some more excitement for you because it's Monosynth Monday. And we're gonna make some freaky music like I usually do. Okay, check this out. Oh my goodness. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with samples, as I'm sure you already know. And a sampler is much more affordable than a real 303, but have no fear because you can get some 303 samples for $9.09. Check it out on my website. That's electricarchaic.com. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So that's sounding pretty great, I think. What are we on? Sample 6? Let me show you some of these here. I got them just going straight across the board. What's better than a 303? I dare to say it's PCM samples of a 303. You gotta hear that crunch. I would call it the analog crunch, but you know where the analog crunch really is. It's right here. Try another sample here. Whoa, that's a long boy sample. All right. Pop it into step mode here and clear us some steps. Let's see what we can do here. So, as you can hear, I got the real boy 303 running here. Let's see if I got a different pattern for you. Sounds so good. Oh my goodness. It's my favorite machine. It's my favorite sound. And I'm so glad y'all are here for me on Monosynth Monday. These are some patterns we made on previous episodes. Let's see if I can add some really freaky sounds here. up a little bit. As usual, this is a bit of a studio session, but today we're celebrating because usually I've been recording samples, and that is what you're hearing right here. Yeah. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna mute the 303. Oh no! Sometimes it's, it's hard enough to tame one wild tiger, but when you got two, holy moly. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Woo, that was very nice. So let me show you some of these samples I got. Of course, in a sampler, you can change the length a bit. Change the pitch. And you can change the sample. Ooh, scream for me, baby. These are just a few of the samples in my brand new TB-303 sample bank. I like this one here. Okay, so what's that? Sample number? Oh, it's sample number 82. Reminds you of 1982 when the 303 came out, doesn't it? Well, technically, I think it came out in 1981, but I like 1982. Wow. Can you feel the power when you're firing in? Like I said, people, you can get a 303 for 9.09. Check the links in the description. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, so there was one of these that sounded very plastic indeed. Let me just get back up to. That's the plastic. Yep. So. Oh my gosh, this is too much fun. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. Ooh. How about some real plastic? Let's put this all across the board. And here's some freaky plastic. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, this is a bit of a drum machine style of sampler here, so you can't do a whole lot with the pitches. I know that there's some modifications you can do to the software to allow you to play it, like with a keyboard. Like, oh no. So, yeah. I'm going wild style for you, and it's not like wild style on the 303. It's wild style on the sampler. That's pretty good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Kind of sounds like the frogs are out today. Oh my gosh, can you hear that? Woo! Let me show you some more of these samples I got. So there are a few samples in this bank that aren't just one hits, but I did want to, for volume 1, give you just a kind of a nice set of one hits. I'll be working on sample banks all year. I plan to release quite a few of these actually because you need that acid sound in your productions. Okay, so let me see what the level is on that. Turn it up a bit. Ooh, yeah. Let's pop into step mode here. Let's see how this sounds. I'll mute some of these drums up for you. Freaky stuff. All right, so what you can do on this particular sampler is you can record automations on these knobs. Let's try that a bit here. Oh, it's not working. Oh no, is my sampler on the fritz? You know something's gonna be on the fritz at some point in time. Maybe that knob you can't do. Set programmable. What? Come on. Drop the other shoe, my friend. Let's try the pitch. I think maybe there's a setting for that. Where is the setting for that? I think it's action step. Wait, let's see. Step mode. Boom. Turn on action step function. Gonna work? I don't know. What is happening? Well then. Kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, let's figure this out. It's been a long time since I've worked with the Korg sample, the vocal sample. It's a great little machine. Gotta love it. So let's try that one. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's not working. Oh boy, if someone in the chat knows what I'm doing wrong, let me know. I think it's something to do with this action step. Or no, it's motion sequence. That's it. I figured it out. It's on. Okay. That was working a second ago. What am I going crazy? Okay, let's try this again. So with the one sample, it's a little bit longer. And maybe just do one hit and then. There you go. Yeah, so sample magic. Okay, where's that sneaky one? I'm gonna make a star out of ya. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you have to have this drum selected in order to turn on motion sequence. Yep, I think that's the case, because... oh boy. What is going on here? So let's check it out. Let's see if I got it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. Now you have yourself a happy sample beat. Let's bring the 303 back in. Now it's usually pretty difficult to tune up a 303. There we go. How about that? Yeah. All right, let's try to fix this one up here. So, I think you can also clear it as well. I don't know if it clears all of them. We'll try though. Whoa. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! How about that acid? Now it's cool because when you have yourself some 303 samples, you can do weird stuff like that. Let's see if we can change the pitch up here, make it kind of cool. I swear it's frogs today, isn't it? It's frogs today. Usually it's a wild tiger. Man, I guess I should have put my frog t-shirt on instead of my wild tiger t-shirt, but you know. You know, I always like to say, life is like a box, a silver box filled with 303 patterns, and you never know what you're gonna get. That is some freaky music. Oh boy. Amazing. Well, well, well. Should we try to make some from scratch? I think that's good. That's a good plan. Let's check it out. So there's a way to clear all. Let's just clear all here. I think it keeps the sample. Let's get ourselves a nice kick drum. Ooh. Where's Prince? Looking for that Lindrum snare. I think I got one in here. Ooh, yeah. Maybe Janet Jackson. Okay. What should we do? A 303 sample on 3. Okay, so let's see what that is. That's sample 78. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'd like to get maybe a janky melody going for you here. Not sure why that one is so much louder. Oh, it's 'cause it's got that decay. Get back up to 78 here. Sample number 78. Nice. Oh, that's so so plastic. All right, let's try this out. See what we got going. Let's put some kick drums on. Let's do 4 on the floor. Oh, that's not my kick. Let's get back down to the kick drum. Cool. Wrong sample. Let's try this one. My bad, I had the camera on the 303 the whole time. Yeah, you could tell I haven't used this machine for a minute. Ooh. Oh, that's the Wild Tiger. We got it. These samples are actually from my LFO fam sample bank. I got about 400 samples in that one. All right. So I think that gives you the idea. using the vocal sample. I got another sampler here, and it does allow you to do some more pitchy stuff. So let me just get that. Let me get that one going for you. Ooh, it's a Paulian tracker. Kind of sounds like a Space Invader. You got a tracker. You got a tracker on your trail. Yeah, so I started messing around with these samples a little bit earlier today. But yeah, let's see if we can fumble around through it. Usually we're fumbling around with a 303 sequencer, but let's fumble around with a tracker sequencer. Well, is it a sequencer if it's really just a tracker? I don't know. Okay, so let me just turn this volume down just a bit so I don't... Here we go. Something seems a little strange with the volume here. Oh boy. Master volume. Oh, it should be coming through. I swear I tested this beforehand, but oh, you know, I'm going through the line in. Hey, don't do that. Oh no. That's how your machines, that's how the machines get on the fritz. I don't know why I think line in is line out. Okay, now I'll turn the volume down. Thanks for your patience. Oh boy. Ah! Okay, so let's get back out of here. Let's go into pattern mode. So yeah, the Paulian tracker, what a cool machine, what a freaky machine. So a tracker runs things up and down versus left and right. And last week on my show, I told you about the future retro revolution, which the sequencer just goes around and around and around, like planet Earth, baby. Okay, so this is a little song I made for you earlier. Let's see if we can, let's mute this track 4. Mute this up, and then we got a nice beat here. Let's pop over to track 5 here and see what I can make for you with these samples. Okay, so let's navigate up a bit. I'm not sure what this is. What are you? C5. Okay. Instrument. Just the instrumental. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. It's been a while since I used this machine as well. But as you can see here, I got some of those 303 samples. Let's see how that sounds. Oh man, I totally forgot what I'm doing. Okay, instrument. Let's get the 303 in there. How do you make a note? Yeah, give me one. Give me a C1. Geez, did I really forget? Did insert? Oh no. Oh no. Maybe it's time for a song. I gotta do my homework better. Anyways, whoa, what am I doing wrong here? Okay, so you got note and instrument. I've selected a TB-303 sample. Oh, yeah, you got a... Is it because I got a track muted? Is that why? What? More pattern. Wow, I made this song earlier. How can I not do it now? That is very strange. Oh boy! Let me play you a song while I get my sampler in line. This one is Key Era, Major Minor. It's the original mix. You can get it on all streaming platforms.
Major Minor. Major minor, major minor, major
Oh, I bet it's something wrong with this track. Is that what's going on here? Should be able to put a note in. Come on. I think it's because I was not in record mode. That must be it. Yep, that's it. Okay, I figured it out. Woohoo! Props for figuring out problems on the fly. It's a major or minor problem. It's your decision. Okay, we're flying now. I got Kiara in the chat saying, it's time for technicals. This is funny. Check it out. I reserved this one graphic specifically for this occasion. There we go. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties with my brain because my machines are working just fine, I swear. That's funny. It's like waiting room music except for as acid house. Please wait a while. Okay, well, I'm gonna let this song play out since, you know, that's no fun to pull a track in the middle of it. Major minor issues. It happens. You want me to show you another graphic I got? This is really funny. So this is episode 8 of Mono Synth Monday. And episode 1 was on 303 day. And I made this smiley face for it. And it's alright, but I got an upgrade. In the corner there. That's right. I gotta. Acid Smiley now. Yeah, I had to make it for the album art, or the cover art of my sample bank, of course. Endless self-promotion. That track was Major Minor. That's the original mix by Key Era. Woo, how about that? Okay. Let's get back into the poly end. Self-promotion is over. So, yeah, you got to hit record or else it does nothing. Let's hear. So while I was playing that track, I just added some hits here using one of the 303 samples from my new sample bank, which you can get on my website. Link in the description. Let's hear it. Oh, now I can't hear anything. What's going on? C4, let's see. Should be hearing something. Should I break out the technical difficulties picture again? Oh boy. Well, I can't hear it. Let's mute all these tracks and see what's going on here. Oh yeah, it's there. It's just hidden behind a kick drum. That's what happens when you put your 303 sample behind or on the same beat as a kick drum. Let's bump it up a bit. Ooh, that's way too high. Maybe I'll just go delete these real quick. See, there's a lot of knowledge rattling around in my old brain here. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's add a new note. We got G2. Let's try G4. Instrument. Let's get a different sample here. There's a 303. Okay, so now we're gonna make some music. So you can, with this poly end, yeah, it took me a while. It's not exactly muscle memory for me yet. But I'll tell you, the 303, I think I got muscle memory on that. When I was making the sample bank the other day, or preparing to make an extremely comprehensive sample bank, which that's going to take a little while. Stay tuned and like and subscribe for that one. Okay, so yeah. So what am I even talking about? Let's get back to it. Okay, so you copy it, and then you do a shift copy, and you can do another shift copy. Let's put some samples down here. Okay. So let's pop over and, oops, that's my bad. Delete that one. Paste one right here, and we'll go. See, you get kind of fast with these machines after a while. Okay, so I just changed the sample. I want to change the note on it. Actually, let's try this. Okay, so. All right, getting the hang of it again. Here we go. Let's make some octavey ones here. There we go. We're sampling. Now we're jamming. And, naturally you can get infinitely complex with this sort of stuff. I don't think this sounds... I'm not going to be pressing any vinyl with this one, I'll tell you that. It needs some work, but... Let's just go ahead and delete all of these now. That's the cool thing about the tracker. You can just kind of hit... I think you can hold it. Yeah. Wow, I've just cleared the track. Okay. Let's see about some different samples here. Let's put a note in. Let me hear some samples, my friend. Ooh, yeah, that's a cool one. I like that one. It's another one of my samples from the 303 sample bank. All right, let's try it. I'm gonna do this. Trying to make beautiful music and it just sounds like frogs today. Hey, frogs are really cool. Okay, let's try a different sample here. Let's see what kind of samples we got. Instrument. I got a whole bunch of them. Kick drum, what do you think? Sounds the same to me. What do we got? Yeah, some div dep. That's another one of my sample banks. That kick drum is hefty. Let's get back over into something else. Yeah, so this machine, you know, it's super powerful, but it's not the funnest to do on a live stream here. But if I can show you, well, let's see here. So if you go into menu, you can do this sample loader, which is pretty cool. And I have the entire TB-303 sample bank here. So yeah, these are the instruments loaded into this particular pattern. And then if you come into samples, I got a whole bunch of nice sample banks, but we're going for the electric archaic one. Oh, here's the new one, the TB-303 Volume 1. So it's going to load up all these samples. And I'll show you some of the samples that are in the sample bank. Okay, so I think you can just hit preview. And I'm going to show you all these samples because, you know, I'm not trying to give away all my trade secrets today, but this gives you an idea of the sample bank we're working with. Ooh. Yeah, I like that one. Let's load that number 30 up. Ooh, that's a good one too. We'll add that one in as well. Yep. Oh my gosh, it's so much with the poly end. Okay, we'll add it there. Like I said, a lot of good 303 samples here. And you know, I suppose I could try to pull out a keyboard and plug it in here so I could play some of these as like an arpeggio, but yeah, that's gonna have to wait for ya. Okay, bam, so we got some samples. Now let's pop it into the menu, go back into the pattern. Okay, so let's mute this track 5 and we'll go right over here into track 6. Instrument, do you remember what those numbers were? I love it when my machines talk to me. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a can we get that? Oh, and then you gotta get your copy, paste. Do another copy. Do some paste there. Let's hear how that sounds real quick. Oh boy. Okay, so that's gonna be really nice. So, okay. Let's paste just a bunch of these here, and I think you can just go boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's not doing it. Okay. Oh, why is it not going to do it? I think you can kind of just go boom. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. There's all these. It's very intuitive, this machine, but you kind of have to try. It's like life, you know? It's there for you, but. Nice. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe we do like a... Let's hear that sounds. Nice. Simulated sidechain kind of thing, or you just cut the notes off of some of those kick drums. Try to make an interesting pattern here. And I think you can do, I thought there was track effects on here. Is there instrument parameter, sample loader, master, reverb. How do we get to the reverb? Delay, okay. Switch it on, baby. Sync on, ping pong, back. Okay. Can't hear it, but yeah, I don't have. I'm out of practice. Oh no. You get the idea, right? Ooh, what do you think we should do? Should we trade one bad sequencer for another? Let's make some 303 patterns because it's Mono Synth Monday. It's not exactly Sampler Sunday or anything like that, but you know, I am planning to do a sample bank Saturday where we can really dive into some samples. I'll pull a keyboard out. I'll get, you know, some better machines running for ya. But you know, in true Mono Synth Monday fashion, we gotta try out the 303. Don't you think? Yeah. All right. It's plastic. That's because we're in sawtooth waveform here. All right, so like I promised, we're going to trade one difficult sequencer for another because I'm a lot better at this now. You should have seen my first episode of Mono Synth Monday. Oh boy, I had no idea what I was doing. And we know a little bit more now. So let's pop into right mode. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know why. This is very exciting. I love the 303 so much. Pop into time mode. Up. Yeah, see. I'm still waiting for my new switches. Oh my gosh, I'm going to open this thing up on a workshop Wednesday. It's so scary. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Wow, the chat room is just going crazy. Yeah, it's a chat room party. Everyone shout out from where you're from. That's going to be the new thing. Where are you from? Let us know in the chat. And also, give a like and subscribe. I know this episode has been a little bit kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? But yeah, I've been up all night making sample banks for all of you. And, you know, appreciate it if you picked them up for my website. Links in the description. We're just getting started here. It's episode 8, but can you imagine what episode 303 is going to be like? Oh man, maybe I'll have another 303 by then. I'm going to be able to, in all seriousness, I really wanted to make an extremely comprehensive 303 sound bank for everyone. And then I quickly realized that if you start with all knobs down, you see? You start with all knobs down and you get a sound like this. It's like that heavy, deep one. Yeah. And I'm gonna actually, I have the patterns here. Let me just show you what I was gonna do. So I was gonna chain these up. Yeah, so I get a nice long one, and I tune it. Oh my gosh, it's so much work. But I will do it, and I might have to actually program up a VST to run all these samples because it's gonna be like, seriously, guys. It's going to be like 4,000 samples. And that's just the sparse matrix of what we're dealing with here. So as you can imagine, you have it's basically 5 active knobs on the 303. And then, so you get all notes, and then you can turn the tempo down and make it a bit lower. And that would be, I would go in and chop those samples out by hand, like I did with my, my volume 1 sample bank. And then... So I let that run. So see, I got boom, 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 boom. And then I will also do, well, if I'm in play mode, I'll get a higher pitch on there because there's no way to get a higher pitch. It's insane. It's absolutely insanity. So I will tweak the knob. I'll record that. Turn the filter knob up just a little bit more. Turn it up even more. And then after all of that craziness, I got to go in and hand chop them and tune them. Well, hopefully it's tuned before I record them because that would be woo. So anyways, the sample bank that I got on my website, that's 100 samples, selected 303 samples from Monosynth Monday episodes. And it's really great. Next week, I will definitely pull out a keyboard and we can make some arpeggiations with it. Or maybe I'll do some freaky modular stuff, huh? Maybe we should have a Monosynth modular Monday next week. Ooh, I'm not going to get too deep into the deep end with my promises because I still got to prepare for a Tape Tuesday tomorrow. That's a lot of T words there. Oh, we got a TB-303. So anyways, can you imagine? So after you get all of these knobs recorded and the filter, yep. You got to start over again with the resonance. And then you can get all of the hits. So, and then after that, you got to do all the slides and accents. So I think we're really talking about, it's probably going to be like 10,000 different samples. So I do want to do that, but yeah, it's going to take me a little bit of time. And by that time, maybe Roland will have re-released the TB-303. Come on, Roland. If you're with me, yell it out in the chat. We need a new 303, Roland, not any of this digital boutique stuff. Come on, can't you do it? I know that Roland can do it. It's something I've been dreaming about for years. Anyways, yeah, so when the Behringer TD3 came out, it's kind of like, oh, and that's something. I got a TD3 somewhere around here, and I feel like I want to modify it because there's some mods out there that are really cool. But I'll be honest, as soon as I got the real 303, it was like, oh man, this kind of blows the TD3 out of the water, and also needs a lot of fixing because, as you can tell here, just doing the you're gonna be quiet for me today. Anyways, that's funny. There we go. Yeah, I guess you got to run the sound. It's got a little bit of a scratchy pot, but otherwise, my perfect 303. Well, the sound is perfect anyway. I love my 303. Right on. We got a lot of new people in the chat today. I really appreciate you guys all showing up for my Monosynth Monday show. All right, so yeah, let's get in here. I'm gonna make you a freaky pattern. Can't tell how many beats that has there. Let's see. Oh man, these are all weird, funky ones. Polymeters. That's another polymeter. Jeez. That's one of the things that's really cool on the 303 is that. Okay, I think that's got 16 steps. So we're in right mode. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into pitch mode and just do it straight across, get some information or inspiration. Wow. I love this machine so much. Hard to work with. Sounds great. Okay, so we're in pitch mode. Let's do this. Let's go down, add an accent. Let's add a slide and go up. Let's just do this craziness here. Tone that down a little bit for you. Part of the magic of this machine is just going random for it. Oh, yeah. So something else I'm going to do, maybe I'll do this for my TB-303 Sample Bank Volume 2. So I'm going to do some loops. I'm going to do some filter sweeps. Part of the problem about making a sample bank of a 303 is that you don't want it, you don't want like 100,000 people using the same loop. So I feel like if they're fairly generic, you can use them in your productions, and it's just that wicked acid sound, man. But if you get something that's pretty unique to me and my studio, making a sample bank like this, how many people, that's going to be recognizable. Yeah, so I think preferably when I do my loops volume, they're going to be kind of more like octaves and a bit more standard type of stuff. And I'll give you some nice filter sweeps. But until then, Now this TB-303 Sample Bank Volume 1, it's a pretty good price. You can get some 303 for $9.09 on my website. Yeah, and it's mainly one hits. I put a lot of work into it. There's a lot of distorted ones, a lot of heavy hitting ones. And I know you guys are creative out there, and I'd actually love to hear what you make out of my sample banks and stuff like that. So tag me in your posts, and make some posts on Instagram with some freaky sounds. Because, it's time to make some weird tunes. Let's change the pitches up on this a bit. Whoop, what I wanted. Oop, wrong note. Let's try that again. See how that sounds. Rubbish. We gotta make one rubbish pattern, don't we? It sounds like that one's a polymeter too. Let's try to fix that. One of these switches has gotten a bit worse, so those switches, they can't come fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, see? Oh, man. I think it's this switch. Well, I can't say it. I've already said it 3 times this episode. I need the new switch. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. I opened up my 606 on a Workshop Wednesday a couple weeks ago. And it's kind of scary because these machines are very, very old. So here's a 606. Same like a 303, pretty much. Different sound. This, let's talk about it a little bit because I opened it up and it's got that beautiful, beautiful green PCB color there. I know my camera's in black and white, but trust me, it's like emerald green in there. So yeah, it's got a little bit of some like battery corrosion and whatnot. And I thought that this was rust in there, like where the resistors and things are soldered in. It's a little bit red, but It might be a little bit, but I think you can kind of wipe it off with some alcohol. I saw somebody do that on YouTube. So I don't know. If you're lucky, maybe on a workshop Wednesday near you, I'll pull open the 606 and fix the 606, and then we'll pull open the 303, put some new switches in there so I can get my pattern lengths correct. But, that's part of the magic, right? You get a $100 Behringer, and there's no mojo in it. There's no magic in it. But you get a freaking 1982 old acid synthesizer, and boy, it's got mojo. Yeah, we got Dion in the chat saying maybe you could 3D print a new one. Yeah, I'd be open to that. I just don't have a 3D printer. You know me, I have I'm just doing janky cassette tape loops over here. Speaking of, I'm going to do a Tape Tuesday tomorrow. Ooh, that's a lot of fun. We pull out the Tascam 414, we make some tape loops, and I show you some of the weird stuff that you can do with cassette tapes these days because, you know me, I love this analog sound. It's just... digital has its place, and it sounds good too a lot of the times, but there's just something about a unique 303. Like the store, like my 606, the hi-hats, they don't sound good anymore, and so I got to get in there and fix them, and I don't even know what it ever sounded like in the 80s, right? Because, I wasn't alive for half of the 80s, and who knows? It probably sat in a closet. Like the guy I bought this 303 from, he called it a closet queen, and I guess it's good because nothing's worn out. It was just kind of in there, I guess. Okay, so we're in pitch mode. I wanted to add some slides and accents before I let you all go here today. Hope you've had a good time with me. I've sure had a good time with ya. Ooh, do you feel that? There's nothing like a real 303. That's why I'm making sample banks of this exquisite machine here. Yeah. That sounds like a video game, I think. Not quite Space Invaders, but when the Space Invaders show up, it's an invasion of love coming to a planet near you. Maybe I can get you some Space Invaders before we head out today. Oh man. That's not the Space Invaders pattern. Ooh. That's wild style. Ooh, that beat sounds nice. Maybe we should play that with the beat here. I'll plug the sampler back in. All right, so yeah, it's a lot of fun making music with you guys. Like I said, tomorrow, it's Tape Tuesday, and we're making tapes for my Ease show. I got a link in the bio for my Ease show. It's a Electric Archaic SOUNDSCAPE Expeditions. I highly recommend it. I mean, it's taken me years to develop a lot of this stuff for everyone and for myself. You got to enjoy the stuff you make for yourself. Let's just get the MIDI plugged in here. Oh my goodness. Don't break the poly end. All right. How's that go? Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got our DIN sync on the 303. We got our MIDI on the Volca. Let's hear some beats behind this 303. And what do you know? Trying to tune up a 303 to a sampler all day, and you end up landing on a randomly perfectly tuned situation. For those of you just tuning in, I got some of my TB-303 samples loaded up on this machine here. didn't save any of that work we were doing before, but I think the kick drum, where's the kick drum at? That's kind of a nice beat. Maybe I should record that. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna record this. Change up some of these samples here. The thing about a studio session on live stream, oh, that sounds nice. Here we go. Ready? Yeah! I gotta stop this because the 303, yep, it was in write mode. Gotta throw it into play mode. Yeah, usually I got a TR-09 and a TR-6S doing drums for me today, but I'm showing you my TB-303 sample bank here. So yeah, we were using the vocal sample a little bit. Okay. Sorry about the crackle there. It's a real vintage 303. That's a little bit more Space Invaders. We gotta get our Space Invaders. Oh yeah. We got Kiara in the chat saying she loves the low end. Let me give you some more low end from this 303. Can you feel that? Is it rattling your walls? There's a wild tiger, you know. Do a little bit of that 303 acid screaming. Yeah, shout outs to everyone in the chat. Come party with us. It's a party every Monday, you know. I'm trying to do my part on this planet. I'm trying to do my party on this planet. You know, you gotta crack yourself up too. Did you have a good laugh today? Did you did you have a happy laugh? Right on. We finally found a state of perfection. Let's change the waveform, baby. That's a good pattern. My goodness. Here we go. Let's make the sound go up. Hey. That's how you know you got a good pattern, because you can just keep letting it run and run and run. You keep it rolling, and you know me, I like to keep it rolling. Unless I'm getting bored to keep it Korg. No, we love Korg and Roland. See what other patterns we have here. That's a good pattern too. I'm selling sample banks. No, what I meant to say is I'm sending a message out into the galaxy. Come on, where's our little green friends? Just freak out with it. Oh boy. Switch the waveform back up to the fuzzy, the favorite, the square wave. Come right down. Quiet it down a little bit, baby. Whoa, is it plastic? try a different pattern bank here. There we go. Sound different pattern, same notes. Let's drop it down. Wow, I've sure had a lot of fun with y'all today. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. Definitely give me a like and a subscribe if you've had fun here on Monosynth Monday. You're going to want to subscribe because I'll tell you once again, tomorrow, you know what comes after Monday? It's Tuesday. And I'm going to be making a tape loop the correct way. Yeah, last week we made a tape loop. And I was, was doing it. I got the microphone. I got the live stream. Oh, my goodness. And it didn't actually work. And so I had to pull a stand in because, my janky cassette tape circus was on the fritz. Oh, boy. That's four for ya. I'm going to play you one last song here. This is from my album Vega Starshine. You can catch it on all streaming platforms. You can even find it here on my YouTube channel. This is Almost Free by Electric Archaic. Tape Tuesday tomorrow. That's a lot of teas. Get your green tea ready for tomorrow. It's Tuesday, yeah. Thanks to everyone in the chat. I really appreciate all of your fun during this Monosynth Monday party. Who says you can't have a little acid on Monday? Acid house, that is. Tape Tuesday. Yeah, that's tomorrow. That'll be at 4:14 p.m. my time because, you know, I do Monosynth Monday at 3:03 p.m. That's so I figure I would do Tape Tuesday at 4:14 because, you know, I'm making tape loops and I'm running them through a modified Tascam 414. I might experiment with my show times a little bit. I'd like to give y'all in Europe a bit of a chance to get on the show early, come in and chat. But yeah, you know, I'm stateside, so it's a little bit later for you Europeans. I sure love all ya, and I love this planet. And in good Monosynth Monday fashion, I'm gonna say, I know you love this planet too. We got Guinevere, my favorite doll friend. She's a dolphin. She's in the chat. She's talking about the perfect late night Monday smoosh out. Yeah, make sure to smoosh that like button and the subscribe button. And you know, if you do the little bell thing that everyone tells you to do as well, you'll actually get notified right before my shows go live. How many rhymes can I do? I'm gonna try to rhyme as much as I can. We got dolphins in the chat. But you know me, sometimes I like to say, welcome to the Orca Zone. Once again, I've been Electric Archaic, and this is Monosynth Monday. The song you just heard was made by yours truly. That's Almost Free by Electric Archaic. That's on my Vega Starshine album. And all you starseeds out there, go give it a listen. It's got codes for ya. Once again, I love all y'all, and I love this planet. And I know you love this planet too. Catch me tomorrow. It's going to be Tape Tuesday. And catch me next week for another installment of Monosynth Monday. Hey, since we're talking about dolphins, maybe I'll play you one more song. This is Jelly Dancers. This is from the forthcoming album Caught in Candy by Electric Archaic and Key Era. It's going to be out sometime this year. And if you subscribe to me and follow me here, you'll know when it happens. This is Jelly Dancers. Lovely voice, Kiara. Oh no, having a bit of a glitch. That's no fun.
Sights that I prize, feeling all is right.
Everlasting Light.
Silky strands float and vibrate as the veil lifts off a roaring cloud haze. Colors change before my eyes as reality takes off its disguise. Forces from beyond soften me until the sharpest edges come. Jelly dances reset my mind that I might reside in my own heart this time. In my heart this time. In my heart again this time. In my heart again this time.
Jelly dance, take me away, place inside of the mid. Jelly dance, turn my eyes. Jelly dance, take me away, outside the last night.
Thanks again, everyone. That was Jelly Dancers by Electric Archaic and Key Era. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you again next week. If you got any good ideas for some other shows, I'm thinking about doing a Feedback Friday. That's going to be all about VHS tapes, feedback loops, and analog video. Definitely get subscribed so you can catch that, because, you know, I got this funny theory that the universe itself is a feedback loop, some sort of a fractal feedback loop. And we're going to explore that on Feedback Friday. Maybe this Friday? Maybe I'll do a late night Feedback Friday. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd sure appreciate that. I like your input. If you got any other suggestions for me, let them be known. And just remember, you're the one.